What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with ScreenRant. I'm here at South by Southwest, and I'm now joined by the team behind Idoka. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
This film, one of the things that stuck out to me was it's described as a fashion film. Do each of you have a favorite costume from this movie?
Ooh, Anna has so many good ones.
I have to say, for sentimental reasons, there's one moment where I wear Nastasya's grandmother's dress, but I wear it backwards, inside out, and tied in front of me. And I just thought it was the most innovative, incredible, story-driven outfit that randomly looked good. And I have pajamas on under it. You'll have to see the film to understand.
Very creative, resourceful.
You have one as well?
I'd say the final show look. It was a very working girl inspired look. I love that one.
Yeah, Nicole's final look. I would say the culmination of Margarita, the lead character's fashion design experience throughout, but I won't give it away because it would be a spoiler, but there is a final look that is, gives a lot of the themes of the movie, so it's pretty special, and our costume designers, Natasha Simkowitz and Sophie Kay, just killed it.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, to work backwards here, this is your directorial debut.
Yes.
Bringing this project to South by. Congrats on that. What about this story made you realize that this was the one you wanted to start your directing career with?
Well, it wasn't such a conscious choice, but it was just a story that, I worked on for many years, and I knew I wanted to tell something inspired by my Russian Jewish immigrant family and the time I was spending. I was living in an intergenerational household with my family, and it was such funny content, living with my grandmother and my parents and my sister and my boyfriend, and it kind of was my way of coping, but also harnessing the hilarious and absurd situation I had found myself in around age 28, and then the story evolved into a much bigger scope with this reality TV show element, and so I never consciously was like, this is the story I want to tell. It was just having heard so many times, tell a personal story, and my sister's a fashion designer, and I grew up in LA, so there was a lot of interesting characters around me that I knew there was so much comedy in them. So it evolved and distilled into this wild adventure. And I'm really happy I found this comedic tone that the movie really carries throughout. And the dream, South by was always the dream for this. So I'm just so excited to have this premiere, and I've heard the audiences are amazing. So
absolutely. Anna, you're fronting this film as Margarita. Could you kind of talk about her character's trajectory and the family struggles that kind of prompt her to this reality TV show situation?
Yeah, Margarita was such a gift of a character. She's such a complicated figure with a lot of contradictory craziness in her. So that was such a joy. Her journey is really, she's an aspiring fashion designer. She lives at home with her grandmother and her brother, and they are a Russian-American family, and they all have this kind of different relationship to the American dream. Her grandmother is very go out there, get your work out there, succeed. Her grandmother loves Shark Tank and really feels like anyone is one step away from success with hard work. And her father's had a harder time succeeding in America and is a more private kind of less kind of out there character. And so throughout the film we really watch her kind of toggle between those two ideologies as she's on this kind of Project Runway-esque show, and you watch her kind of go through all of the insane stuff that people on reality TV shows have to, trying to give sound bites about yourself and your work while you're still figuring yourself out and your identity is complicated. And so we really try to watch her try to find herself as a person and as a designer, and to try to make her family and the ludicrous world of LA that she lives in make sense together. And I just think Nastasya's done such a beautiful job with this character. It was just such an unbelievable gift to me.
Absolutely. Camila, you play, is it fair to say, the antagonist in this?
Kind of. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about Nicole?
Yeah. Nicole is the reality show producer for Slay, Serve, Survive, the reality show in the film. And, I think the thing that drew me to this project in general was that it really deals with this aspect of making your private self public, which is something I feel like I really resonated with as an actor. And I think Nicole isn't fully an antagonist because she's also helping Margarita really step into herself and own who she is. So while she's also doing it for personal gain and like trying to get her to open up about her personal life on the reality show, in doing that, she's also helping Margarita succeed and create more of a connection with the audience, which ultimately leads to her success. So I think like we were constantly trying to find that middle ground of like, is she being manipulative or is she helping her?
Very much so. Lots to look forward to for you coming up. I know Masters of the Universe is filming right now. Probably your biggest like blockbuster project to date.
Yeah.
Is it wild to step into that world?
It's pretty crazy. I'm like pinching myself every day. And I'm like just so excited to be surrounded by like such an incredible cast of people that I've looked up to. So yeah, I'm stoked.
And are you on break right now? Are you still actively filming?
I'm on a tiny little break to do this.
Very cool. Excited to see that come to fruition. We'll wrap with this. What did you learn about yourself as a storyteller? As you're, obviously in the scripting process, you think it's going to go one way, and then production happens, and I'm sure that there were a lot of things that evolved over that time period. What did you feel like you learned about yourself as a director, writer, storyteller in general?
I mean, I had a feeling that, why we write and why the dream of directing is to just work with amazing actors and amazing cinematographers and costume designers. And going into this, I knew it was it's a 25-person ensemble cast. And I knew it was ambitious, but I was like, if I just put my faith and trust into all of my collaborators, they're going to deliver and then some. And they're going to make the things on the page just beyond my wildest dreams. And every single person did. So I just learned that collaboration is just what I'm always seeking, and surround yourself by good people and brilliant artists in their own respective fields. And you will have a very creative product no matter what. And so yeah, I just learned that I'm in this for life, and I will just continue to seek out other people who inspire me. And it's just such an amazing art form that combines every other art form, which is just so special and makes it so difficult, but makes it worth it.
Yeah, especially when you guys get to show this to a South by crowd. I think it's going to be amazing. Congrats on this project. Congrats on bringing it to South by. Directorial debut at South by Southwest. Come on.
Exciting!
Amazing. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank
you.
Thank you.